What if someone had been telling you a story every single night of your life, and one day, without warning, the stories simply stopped? This is a story about a grandfather who was born on the very same day as his granddaughter. And from that day on, their lives were woven together by one simple ritual, a bedtime story. Every evening, without fail, her grandfather would sit beside her bed. He would begin a story, and that story would continue inside her dreams. About 100 days passed. 200, 1,000, 3,000 and still, every single night, there was a new story. The stories were funny, sometimes sad, sometimes brave, sometimes wise. And as the stories grew, so did she. "Grandpa, where do you get so many stories?" She would ask. He would smile, tap his chest, and say, "From there." And every morning at sunrise, before she woke up, he would quietly leave the house. Sometimes, half asleep, she would whisper, "Where are you going, Grandpa?" But he never answered. On the night he told his 7,000th story, she was no longer a child. She had grown into a young woman, confident, kind, and beautiful. Suitors had begun to notice her. Life was calling her forward, but still, every evening, she waited for her grandfather's voice. Then one night, he said something she never expected. "There will not be a 7,001st story." "Why?" she asked, her voice trembling. "I've run out of stories," he said quietly. She felt something inside her break. How could life continue without the stories that had shaped her? But he felt something too. He knew she no longer needed fairy tales. That night, he said, "Sleep without a story. I'll go find new ones for you." No one saw him leave the next morning. He walked out at sunrise, and he never came back. That evening, she experienced her grandfather's final story, a story about love, and about loss. Through tears, she told everyone, "Grandpa went to find new stories for me." In America, we often measure life by achievements, milestones, and success. But sometimes the greatest legacy is not what we build, it's what we pass on. Stories are not just entertainment. They are seeds. They shape our character. They build our courage. They teach us how to love. And one day, when the voices that guided us fall silent, we realize something powerful. They were never just telling us stories. They were preparing us to live our own. If someone once told you bedtime stories, call them. If someone shaped your life with quiet love, thank them. Because one day, you will become the storyteller. And someone will be listening.